In such a short period of time, the world has become more peaceful. I highly value President Trump's unwavering commitment to world peace and stability. I've been deeply impressed and inspired by Trump.
Analysis on this, let's bring in Seijiro Takeshita. He's a professor of the School of Management and Information at the University of Shizuoka. Great to have you here with us on Tier 2 World. Let me begin by asking you a question on the flattery that we saw in the meeting between the Japanese Prime Minister and President Donald Trump. Is she flattering him because she genuinely feels that way about the President of the United States, or is it because she knows that flattery works with Donald Trump?
Let me just refer to the comment that the late Prime Minister Abe wrote in his book, which both Takaichi-san and President Trump loves. And he's basically saying it's not whether you love or hate the guy, you have to get the job going. And I think, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I think Ms. Takaichi wanted to do exactly that. And we all know that President Trump was quite frustrated that he wasn't nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. So obviously, this is one area where I think Ms. Takaichi and her regime thought it would be very useful to show the gratitude. And also, the reason, or I should say the factor for this meeting, was not to get into excessive detail, but more of a handshake. And from that point of view, deepening friendship, if that is the aim, and I think that was the aim, I think Ms. Takaichi and her regime did a very good job so far.
Right, and there's this talk of this new golden age between the two countries.
Yeah.
How accurate do you think it would be to say that this meeting has marked a new era for the relationship?
I think it's too early to say. If you're talking about golden age, obviously we have to go into economics and trade. But I think first thing that they had to do was to fight off the aggression that we are seeing with the united powers of China, Russia, and North Korea. Basically, the safety measures in this East Asia. You can see the Chinese are really creeping in. They've already applied for joining the partnership with CPTPP and also DEPA. And they're strengthening, regional comprehensive economic partnership. In other words, they're trying to basically take away the hegemony of the leadership from the United States. So we all have to be very careful about this and to basically build, I would say, a barrier against these people, including the problem with the Taiwan. Basically, we need to basically make a strong coalition movement. Right. And I think that's one of the things that they did today.
Right, and now, Professor, let me ask you, see, if you look at the bigger picture, at least it appears that Donald Trump is getting what he wanted to get out of this meeting. He's getting praise. He got the Nobel Peace Prize nomination, and he also secured foreign direct investments into the United States. But what did Japan get out of this meeting?
Well, reaffirmation that, U.S. will be a strong partnership, and we need them, especially under the situation where we're getting quite a strong aggression from China. So we need to have a reaffirmation of this, and for them to be a very strong leader of the free world continuously, because as I just explained, the Chinese authorities are really creeping in on the economic and trade side. So, this is one area where they have to reaffirm the point that, the free world alliance is still very, very strong. From that point of view, I think this meeting was quite meaningful.
Professor Takeshita, thanks very much for joining me here on Tier 2 World. I really appreciate your taking out the time. Fascinating insights.
Thank you.